Welcome back, guys. This is the Risky Intentions podcast. I'm your girl, Jordy.
And I'm Cece, and welcome. If it's your
back.
first time, or welcome back. If you've been rocking with us.
You better be rocking with us.
Better have been.
This week, let's kick off our affirmations.
Affirmations? All right. My affirmation this week is I listen and communicate effectively. And
what does that look like for you?
Definitely the listening portion, because I get so frustrated when I'm trying to communicate to someone and then they're just waiting to respond and they're not actually listening to my words.
No, it's really frustrating.
And I'm sure I'm guilty of it too, so I want to be sure that I'm listening to others, but also communicating what I want or what I need or what I'm trying to get through without being like a jerk. I'm noticing from current relationship, I can be a little softer, and sometimes I'm kind of firm and like blunt, too direct with how I say things.
Yeah. And you know, I think the biggest thing with communication is like, if your delivery is whack, then like it skips over. Like nobody can hear anything, because it's like, you got me
It's like,
effed
why
up.
would you talk to me like that?
Yeah.
So working on that, but also I've never been more blocked in my life, and I'm okay with it. But just being honest, like communicating and not holding in, my thoughts or my feelings.
What do you mean you've never been more blocked in your life?
This past year, I've just
You've been
blocked.
Oh, really?
Just because my throat chakra has been too aligned.
Oh, God.
And I just been saying how I feel or, what I need. And I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with it. It's good. It's perfect. I'm glad that I'm speaking my truth. So I just want to listen and communicate effectively. What's your affirmation?
I love that for you. We love this. My affirmation is that I am releasing the need for the things in my life that are no longer serving my higher good. Like I want to release the things that I am, I guess, afraid to let go of. Naturally, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a hoarder. Emotional
hoarding is a thing. I'm holding on to stuff.
And even, have you ever gone through photos or stuff and it's like, dang, I have photos of ex-boyfriends.
Like, why?
Why?
From 2 boyfriends ago. Why are you in here? Yes.
Like, why?
I just deleted a picture like 3 days ago. Like, what are you doing?
And they say that like holding on to those things or just keeping things in your life past their expiration date, it's like there's no need for it. It's kind of like a piece of you. Like
it's
you're
blocking space for new things to come in.
Yes.
This is a perfect time for this affirmation because it's a full moon.
Full moon.
Perfect time to release and let go of things.
Yeah, ting ting. Let's release away that ting ting. But yeah, just trying to be okay with it and welcoming what's new for me. So that's my
create some space for yourself, Jay.
Yes, prune baby.
What's the tea?
Ooh, honey child. Okay, the ghetto.
Sugar warning, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is some crazy.
So, let me get the guy's name because I don't. It's
Zach. What's his last name?
Zach Stacy. Okay, so this week I know it's everywhere. The former NFL player Zach Stacy was arrested in buttfuck Florida. We know.
To be Florida, man.
And yeah, I mean, essentially this video came out of him abusing the mother of his child, throwing her into a television, throwing her into their kid's playpen.
Like slammed her into everything.
Like ragdolled her.
Yeah.
And it was
really bad.
It was disgusting. And it's like your baby's right there. You like hear the baby crying in the background, and it's just like the trauma that
if that's not enough to make you stop.
Yeah. But it's also like there's nothing in this world that could ever make this okay.
No.
I don't care if
there's
she cheated on you. That she could have done that would have warranted that kind of behavior.
If she's been keeping the baby from you, it's like then you take what action you need to take legally, but like keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
At all times.
It's also like this is so off topic, but like they're like, oh, it's this ex-NFL player, and it's like the house looks raggedy. He drives a Kia Optima. Like, what's happening? Well, is this why he's upset because he ain't got no money?
Maybe. It's not what he thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter whatever the reason.
Abusive
it's like
relationships are never.
He went crazy. He went hard.
And it looked like the way that she flinched. It's like you do this. This is not the first time that you whipped her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my tea, and it's honestly really
whoever is watching
abusive.
this, if you're in a situation where you're watching what you say and what you do because you're afraid that somebody's about to put their hands on you or body slam you into the floor,
please run.
Run for the hills. Like,
it's never okay.
Get up out of there.
There's nothing, like, nobody deserves that.
Yeah, it's not going to change. He's not going to just stop.
Mm-mm.
No.
And it's so sad, like, the manipulation of abuse is so awful. You know that they say it's like, I don't know, some 8 times that abuse typically happens before a person that is being abused finally, like, is fed up and decides to leave.
I believe it. I've only had one situation of abuse, and you always think, like, oh, it would never be me. Like, I would never ever deal with something like that until you're in the shoes. And it's like, in that moment, I was like, oh yeah, I'm never
Was that like
again.
after that happened, did you still communicate with that person?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not right away, but like, they kept,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, whatever. And I was just like, just stay like far away from me. And then this is how I should have known they were a psycho. They followed me once I moved cities, and they were like, I want to come there. Like, I'm going to move there. They end up moving to the city. So I'm thinking like, oh, wow, you must really want to
rock with me.
Want to make things work with me and love me. And it's like, no, you're awful. You're crazy. You're psycho.
Yeah.
So, but I won't let it happen again. You fool me once, can't fool me twice.
I remember when
I lost my mind.
Girl, that was you.
No, seriously.
Yeah. Not to make light of abusive relationships, but
it's awful, and get up out of there.
We will come get you.
I hope that he gets arrested. I don't know if he got arrested today, but I think he did, and he should get the highest charges possible. Because
absolutely. Any man that puts their hands on a woman, any person that abuses another person, it's just
if she was body slamming him like that, I would think she'd
goodbye.
Not to laugh at her.
Goodbye.
The situation. But yeah, let's get into our cocktail.
Ooh.
Wherever you at, take a drink.
Are you gonna do a shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shot. Okay.
Ooh.
My handy dandy.
Guys, first of all,
it's been a week, so
it's been the longest day. This day feels like a week. I don't know if it's the cold weather. I don't know what's happening, but today it was like the slowest day in the world for me. Yes.
You're like, let's get this day going. All right, well, take a shot because we're gonna get into our cocktail.
Oof. That was a big ass shot.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and really strong. My. I haven't been able to taste very good because I had COVID back in June, and I could taste and smell that right now. So
it's coming back.
Or maybe I just need to take shots to help bring it back. So cheers to that. So we're going to talk about our non-negotiables in the bedroom, because this episode we want to talk about our non-negotiables
in life.
Am I saying that right? Negotiable.
No, you're saying it right. Non-negotiables.
In life, in relationships, but our non-negotiables in the bedroom are very important.
Yes, let's get into it.
Clearly, number one, top of the list, hygiene.
Ooh, honey.
Cleanliness.
Ooh.
Clean under them nails.
Don't be sour.
Manscape, if that's what you got going on. Ladies, I don't mind a little bush. A little, but don't with the whole jungle.
Not the whole jungle.
A little bush, all right, but the whole jungle, wow.
Get it together.
Get the lawnmower out.
Get the weed whacker.
Most importantly, like, hygiene. Like, be clean. And I can see that in the way people, like, live, like how they keep their house and stuff, like on a regular basis.
Oh my god, I'm actually really messy. I don't want.
You're messy, but you're not dirty.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, your house is lived in. It's your things, but it's not like bowl from 3 days ago just chilling. Like, at least I ain't never seen a house like that.
I really hate doing dishes.
I mean, if the dishes are in the sink, they're in the sink. But if they're just everywhere,
no, yeah, no, that's awful.
If you had Kenzo's poop just chilling for 2 days, I'd be like, Jordan, you trifling, and I'm not coming over here. I would tell you, like, yeah, it's dirty over there, and I don't want to come over.
I don't want to go to your house anymore.
See, this is why I be getting blocked.
Right, because the throat chakras, you're too honest. No, but hygiene overall is like, that's number one. You know what I mean? How I'm supposed to want to bust anything open?
And you ain't bust that toothbrush in your mouth.
Oh my God. Okay. My bedroom, like, non-negotiables. I would say, like, I hate to be that person, right? But, like, a little peen, a little one, I can't get jiggy with it.
We said we won't body shame, but it's like a preference. You got a size preference, and that's okay. Guys only want to date girls.
Why can't we body shame men and their small dicks?
I mean, we shouldn't body shame anyone.
Men aren't.
But if my strap is bigger than your dick,
then
I might not.
I may not need you.
I might not need you.
But I think more so it goes back to, like, the idea of, like, if I'm not satisfied, I might end up cheating on you.
That's facts.
I don't want to do that. I'm not, searching for that.
Planning to.
But
you know what's going to get you there. And a little one is just not going to do it for you.
Yeah. It's so funny. I remember talking about this with a girl, about some guy that had a small peen. And I told her, and she was just like, so? And I'm like, what do you mean so? Like, how can you? I mean, I guess, listen, if you like the person.
Listen, I had one experience.
I remember.
And then
I lost my mind. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do it again. Mm-mm.
Also, another one of my non-negotiables in the bedroom is just, like, a selfish lover. Someone that doesn't know how to reciprocate. Like, honey.
I think that's totally only a guy thing.
Yeah, I don't like that whole, like, oh, I don't really eat pussy.
What? If you don't eat pussy, then we're not having sex. Because what are we doing here?
What does that even mean?
And I feel like it's the main guys who say they don't eat pussy that want their dick sucked immediately. And it's like, wait, what?
Oh, that's another one. When I'm giving head, like, do not fuck, like...
Oh, see, I don't mind that. Rough me up. Tell me how you like it. I mean, to a certain extent. I actually get pretty disrespectful. It's fine. If I fuck with you like that, though. Because it's like, if we're just getting to know each other, don't do all that. But it's
you
like,
gotta read the room.
If I love you and if I'm drunk enough.
But you like when your head, like, somebody's, like, guiding your head, like, I don't like
fucking
that.
my face, yes.
Okay.
It's a preference thing.
I guess
But I told you, I'm into some rough
experience.
BDSM.
I think also just, like, right, who isn't? I think also a little, like inexperience. I remember dealing with this guy who was sweet as pie.
That's why he was sweet as pie.
But he just was
He never had no girls.
Delicate and soft. It's like,
I don't like that too gentle touch. Especially from a man. Like, a woman, you expect that. But, like, a man, like, barely touching me, I'm like, grab me. Like,
I'm sore.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why I'm sore.
Too rough? You been working out?
Yeah. I just like confidence, more so than anything.
Confidence?
Like, do it. Just do it. Be in it. Like, leg up.
Yeah.
Head in the...
Direct
What is it?
Yeah. One hand on frontal.
One hand on frontal. One hand on my thigh. What was
on her neck.
On my neck. I can't keep up with you internet trolls.
My thing, too, is, like, weird sounds. And I know it's, like, you're in the moment. You maybe can't control yourself. But, like, you gotta know. You gotta know that you're doing the absolute most.
No, listen. I remember... This sounds awful. I'm just like, I remember.
Hey.
How many fucking routines do you remember? But...
We've got experience
I remember fucking with this guy. And I remember he grunted, like a growl. Like... Let me ASMR.
Oh, hell no.
And I was just like
mid-action?
Yes. Pussy so fire making niggas grunt. What the hell? It was like...
You made him turn into an animal.
Me animal.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that would have caught me off
wasn't
guard.
into it. Don't make no fucking weird grunt noise, please.
Yeah, or like...
I'd never talk to that man ever again. That shit was out.
Definitely dealt with somebody who would always be like, oh, like...
What? Fucking man of the jungle? What's he, Tarzan?
Yes, and it was just so... It was like really like, okay, we get it. Like, you're there.
Damn.
Like, what?
Yeah, don't do that. Do not do that.
Oh.
this week on our What Would Risky Intentions Do, we have a question. You want to read it?
Yes, we have a question. Read the question.
So the question is from our friend, and the question is, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned from a relationship? So my biggest lesson that I've learned from relationships is that communication is not comprehension, or communication and comprehension are not synonymous.
Right.
And I think that when you're in any relationship, I think it's good to remember that we're all human. We don't exist in a vacuum. And obviously, you have your strong suits, the other person has their strong suits. And I think just understanding other people's, just having the humility and understanding and not getting upset that people don't love you the way that you want to be loved. You know what I mean? Damn, I really wish that you would love me like this or whatever. And it's like, well, I move different. I'm not the same person as you. And
that's a tough thing because everyone, the way I love naturally might not be what my partner needs, but then that's a choice I make in a relationship to try to love them how they need.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole thing with love languages.
Well, I think it's just it's compromise, because obviously there's not going to always, and I'm single.
But like you said, you can communicate that and the person not comprehend it.
Well, that's the thing. It's you have to meet people where they're at. I guess that goes to capacity, right? Of I would hope that the person that you're in a relationship with at the bare minimum can understand you and see you. But understanding and being patient and having grace with the fact that we are different, and just having that humility of we're two different people. We're two completely different human beings. We're trying to coexist, and things are not going to always be,
Yeah, so how I communicate things to you, it's I have to do it in a way so that you will understand.
Yeah.
I can't just expect you to understand.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, but that's a good one because they're not the same. People always say it's really important to have communication. It's no, it's really important to have comprehension. Because I could just be talking, and if you don't understand anything I've said, then we just wasted our time here. My biggest takeaway from relationship is to not lose yourself in a relationship, and keeping your individuality, and I know a lot of women who are guilty. The second they're in a relationship, they're ghosts.
Well,
they're gone.
It's well, what do you want to do? And da-da-da.
Yeah, and you never see your friends, or you're always up under them.
Yeah.
And just keeping your hobbies and your routine and things that you like.
Don't fall into the one.
Yeah, it's
ness of a relationship.
Yeah, the person who is for you, I feel should add to you. And not just blend into one thing. And I think then you become codependent, and it's I just always need. I had this friend, and every time I invited them to do something, I was well, let me see if my boyfriend wants to come, or if my boyfriend's cool, or and it's I want to hang out with you, not you and your man all the time. And it was just never mind. And communicating your needs up front, which I am just now doing.
Just today.
Just
today
started.
Years old.
But I noticed in the beginning when you're dating somebody, it's all fucking butterflies and rainbows and you love it. So they might do something that you're not quite into or kind of rubs you the wrong way, but you keep letting it slide. And then, 6 months to a year into the relationship, you're you keep doing this shit, and now it's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Now I'm not into it. And it's communicate what you like and what you need up front.
Yeah, that's an important one. Because I think oftentimes they say that the red flags that you saw in the beginning are the things that are going to make you break your relationship. And it's you either rock with it or you don't, but if you don't, then stand on that.
Speak up and let it be known before you look crazy down the line. And I don't like how you do this, do that, and they're what? I've been doing this
is me
whole time.
This has been me.
So you hate
me. Yeah, basically.
So you hate me.
I fucking hate you.
Definitely have been there before.
Let's get into our non-negotiables.
Our non-negotiables.
So this week we are going to be talking all things non-negotiables. This is like something I feel like I spew all of the time. Like, but what are your non-negotiables?
You do.
What are your non-negotiables? And I think in a relationship, sometimes we overcomplicate things because we are just so pressed to make something work and make fetch happen that we don't necessarily like really even want to be in that situation. Or when you really like, you ever look back at a relationship and it's like, damn, I didn't even really rock with you like that, or like you weren't even really there for me in the ways that I wanted, or what, you know what I mean? Like when I think of my ideal partner, it's like I don't even know if you check those boxes, you know?
We put a lot of time and energy into people who have a lot of our non-negotiables.
Girl,
And trying to make it work. And for what?
Life is short, honey.
I know one of my main ones is definitely that communicating effectively, because excuse me, I can only, like, yes, I can do my part, but it's like I can only communicate to the same capacity as you too. And I feel like leading by example is just important. So it's like, oh, if you're communicating to me like with respect, but honestly, it's like it inspires me to do the same, you know?
Yeah.
Keeping that open line of communication.
No, I think that there's nothing more attractive than somebody that can communicate, like, especially when you come at something with fire. Ooh, this is like giving me a little flashback. Right?
Oh, a little flashback.
But it was just so damn attractive. Like, wow, you really just calmed me. Just because you know how to communicate. And it was like, I like that. I like that. You know? It's really sexy being able to put words and articulate things in a way that other people can understand and comprehend without being disrespectful.
Or because we see something differently, I'm like, oh, I never thought of it like that.
And it doesn't have to be yelling.
It should never be yelling. I'm learning that. It should never be yelling. If y'all are yelling, you need to step away and revisit the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, work in progress.
One of my non-negotiables is just a God-fearing man.
So important.
I think it's so extremely important. Someone that, like, love God the way that I want you to love me. You know what I mean? That's a big one for me.
That one, it's because if you don't, and that's not even, I think, like, it's just religious
the core.
beliefs.
It's the core values of being tied to something, and just just believing in something greater than you, and also knowing that, like, you know, I guess just the, like, what's the, like, the core values.
Having like a blind faith that, like,
I don't have time. I don't have the time.
Yeah, if you don't believe in some sort of higher power, if you're like, yeah, there's no God, but you're a God-fearing woman, it's like that's never gonna work.
It's never gonna work. It's never
ever.
Gonna work. Yeah, I think that's like a key for me. I've always said, I don't know if I've really said it out loud, but like I've always played with the idea of like, dang, maybe my next relationship, like, I'm really gonna just be like, go the whole like celibate route and not have sex.
I think it's beautiful.
And like really like work to get to marriage and like do it the right way, quote unquote.
A guy I know, him and his girl were dating for years. Clearly they had sex and stuff, but once he proposed and they started going to their like marriage counseling and like really realized like we're taking this serious, they decided to sleep in separate rooms and stop having sex and like just like really do things right. For God. And it's like I love that. That was really important to them and special, and it was to a point where he was like, I can't even kiss her right now. Like, I want her and I'm raging. But it's like just having that respect, that mutual connection through God is like just a whole different.
Yeah, I think any relationship that's number one. That is a non-negotiable, baby.
This might be my Sag son speaking, but you gotta be spontaneous for me. Like, you gotta keep it fun.
Serious.
You gotta continue to date me. Like, keep giving me experiences. I know I can provide an experience, but it's like I know I can.
I know I can provide an experience. experience, baby.
Stop it, Jay.
Baby. I heard that, friend.
But I can't. So
I
it's
heard
like,
that.
I treat myself well. I take myself to do cool shit. It's like, keep that up. Like, make me excited. Like, oh, you're interested in something different, or you found this cool event for us to go to. Just keep it fun. And like, when things get too in routine,
it's like intentional. It's like thoughtful.
Yes, and
I thought that you would like this, so like that's me. That's my love language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I thought you'd be into this, or I got this for you, or like, just nice. It's just thoughtful.
Just keep it fun. Like, I think people sometimes take dating way too serious.
Yeah.
Like, now we have to be old and just have dinner and go to bed. And it's like, no.
Yeah. One of my non-negotiables is someone like intellectually stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that can challenge my out-of-box way of thinking. Honey,
feed my mind.
This is my biggest sex organ, whatever. Yep. But like, I feel like a person that can intellectually stimulate me, it's like everything else is like, it's like now I'm thinking about, I don't know, it's just.
No, I know what you mean. I remember.
It's very attractive. It's very, very, very. I think that I've always been, like, people always tell me, like, oh, you have an artsy type. Like,
you absolutely do.
I do. And I think that more so than anything, it's like it's just, I like that, like, artists don't think conventionally.
At all.
So I think
that's why you like it.
I think that's why I like it. I think I'm figuring it out of, like, my triggers and, like, the things, my dating patterns. But, yeah, I mean, I may have fucked with a poet or two.
Another one for me is have your solid foundation.
Ooh.
Like,
yeah. Grounded.
Yeah.
Anchored.
And, like, I'm not saying have it all figured out. Nobody has it all figured out. We're all work in progress. But, like, spiritually, I need you to know kind of be working actively for a spiritual connection in some form. Financially,
yes,
you don't have to be rich, and it'd be nice, but it will be nice. But like, at least have your shit together. Don't be paying your bills all late, or I'm gonna borrow over here to figure it out over there. Like, I just don't feel like if you're doing all that, you're really in a space to date, like wholeheartedly, because that just puts an added pressure where there doesn't need to be one.
It's also just like, how you gonna date me and you can't take me out?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna do?
I'm not cheap.
Look at the fucking wall.
I'm expensive.
Sometimes
I could be cheap, but I don't want that to always be the option.
Yeah. And I think it goes back to that whole courting, you know? Like, people think doing the bare minimum is applying pressure, and it's like, baby, I don't know what you used to. This ain't nothing that you used to.
This ain't nothing that you used to.
Ordinary, unusual. Okay, like, no, come correct.
I gotta tell you something about that song later, by the way.
Come correct. Okay, put a pin in it. No, but come correct, you know? Like, come correct. And I think that is a thing, like, almost like when you're dating, you want somebody that's gonna meet you where you're at. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if I got this.
Yeah, like, at least.
You can't just come and, like, chill and kick it.
Yeah, like, at least
that's not
meet me where I'm at, and there's always room to grow, but if you can lead by example, that shit turns me on.
Yes.
So it's like, that makes me want to get on my shit more.
But you know what, too? It's going back to what we were talking about last week about masculinity and femininity, like, that masculine, like, lead, provide, secure.
I need to see that in you.
If you don't have that,
male or female, like, I need to see it in you.
If you don't have that, then it's like, yeah, and obviously, like, I'm not saying that women can't be a boss too and lead and whatever.
No, I need my ladies bossy.
I need that out of my partner. I need that balance. I need that to be, you know what I mean? I need that to be at the forefront, because it is important. And it is one of those things that, like, especially if once you've been turned on to some shit, once I've been exposed to this life, baby, I'm like, I can't go back. It's ghetto. It's ghetto, and I don't like it.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it here. Another one for me is a good listener, a good communicator, and honestly, just somebody that wants to woo me. I remember having an ex-boyfriend that he really probably didn't even have much money, you know, but like He used to always like let's sit on the rooftop and like watch the sunset and like drink wine. Like we would have a glass of wine and like watch the sunset and just talk, and it was the cutest thing in the world. Like he would just like, oh well, the sun sets at this time, like I can get to you at this time, and it was just, it was the cutest thing. It was
intentional.
And it wasn't even anything grand scheme. We would like go on picnics and like it was just cute. Like it was just cute.
Yeah, just because.
And it wasn't just anything. Just because you got me, don't think
it was just you don't need to continue to put some pressure.
It was just woo. Like, oh my God, you're cute. That was actually really cute.
That's sweet. That is
you know
really
what I'm like a little bit of a hopeless romantic, I think, in that sense. But like, that's a big one.
Another one for me, and I know this is gonna sound probably very hippie of me, but how you treat the environment and animals.
That's not hippie. That's not hippie at all.
Non-negotiable. Like if you're not conscious of the world around you and how you contribute to it.
If you litter in front of me, I will make you pick it up.
Yeah, I'll be like, wait, what?
Or I'll pick it up. Like there's literally, I know there's a trash can around here somewhere.
Like don't do that.
It's just trifling.
I feel like if you're like, I don't like animals, I'm just like, but what's wrong with you?
Or even
like, or do the animals not like you?
I think even I would go to the extent of like someone that talks badly about gay people or like trans people.
That's out. That's 1,000% out.
I feel like if somebody does that or is like too, I'm like, yeah, no, you're just not conscious enough. And
yeah, I was vibing with somebody hard.
I don't live in that world.
They said one thing about trans people, and so I like gave them a
little pass.
No, not at all. That was the last time we hung out.
Oh wow.
And they didn't even know it was about to be the last time we hung out. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, that's interesting what they said. So I was like, so if I had like a little party over here, and you know, a couple of my trans friends came over, like, would you stay? How would you feel about that? Would you be nice to them? And they were like, oh, I would come, but like I probably wouldn't like stick around that long. And I was just like,
are you are you triggered? Did a trans person
first of all, you're
molest
transphobic
you or something? Like what's
you're
the
ignorant.
issue?
That's pure ignorance. Like clearly you've probably never even hung out with a trans person. No, like you're going off pure ignorance.
Yeah, we can't rock with you.
And they just kept talking, and the whole time I'm just listening, like,
but it's also just like, what rock do you live under? And maybe because we're in California and we're, you know,
I don't
like,
care
so
where we're
at.
Here, like,
but I just feel like it's like human rights for anyone. I'm not oppressed. Like, no,
and
I don't go for any of that
like bullshit. As a black person, it's like you should understand some form of oppression. So why would you feel like it's okay for you to oppress anyone else? Like you should be down for all the rights, because just like you want people screaming Black Lives Matter and standing for it, I feel like you should be standing for other causes too.
1,000,000%.
You don't got something that you stand on wholeheartedly, like, ugh, cringy, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
It kind of goes back to that like integrity, you know, like meaning what you say what you mean. I feel like integrity is a big thing for me. Just like if you say you're gonna do something, then do it. And
just be honest. Like how someone like when people can constantly like get over on something, and if you have a choice where you could like just do something right or get over, but you always choose like the route of getting over, I'm just like, you're kind of shady.
No, like, yeah, like your behavior, your character, that's a character trait. And I think it's something that I don't really rock with.
I do not.
I remember this guy saying something recently. It's like, oh, yeah, he was at my place, and he's like, dang, like, yeah, you need your trash taken out, da-da-da. And he's like, where's your trash out, da-da-da? And then, like, didn't take the trash out. Like, it was just, like, what? Like, just little simple, something as simple as that of just, like, why'd you even say shit about the trash can and you ain't doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
Yeah.
It just made me look at you like, okay. Nothing too there, but you know, like, all right, I guess that's what you rocking with.
I think it's really important, non-negotiable. We're all healing constantly, but I think somebody who's healed and like emotionally available and mentally stable.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I don't understand why. I would never understand why people want to take on like projects of like, oh, I can fix this person.
Sometimes you don't know, though. I've been bamboozled once. Somebody who truly had, like, mental issues and didn't let me know until we had already been dating for quite some time. And then I was like, oh, I see it.
Damn.
Oh, I get it now. Like, paranoid schizophrenic type type shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was just like, huh. I love you, but
wait,
damn,
did you at some point think, like, what the fuck attracted me to it?
Yeah. They were good looking.
Got it.
That's literally it. They were good looking. That's all I saw.
Got it.
And then, like, they would do little stuff that I was kind of like, oh, you kind of crazy. Hold on, you kind of crazy. I forgot what happened. Oh, we had went to a party. Like, for example, we went to a party, and some guy said something that, like, made me a little uncomfortable, but it was not that deep at all. Not that deep at all. I handled it. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
He saw my look of, like, uncomfortable, asked me what happened, and then, like, went crazy on the dude, tried to fight him. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I appreciate...
In the moment where you like, oh, my knight in shining armor.
No.
Got it.
That was the first red flag.
Got it.
And I was just like, okay, good to know you
yeah.
got my back, but, like, it wasn't that deep. Like,
yeah.
You went a little too hard for me.
But also just, like, that, like, if you turn it up like that, you're going to turn up like that on me next.
Which I later found out. Like, you're crazy.
Oh,
so,
God.
yeah, please get your mental evaluation before you go date.
Please.
Questions you need to ask people. When's the last time you had a mental evaluation? Could you imagine going on a date and asking somebody that? But sometimes I feel like you need to.
One of my non-negotiables is, and I know this is going to probably sound really shallow, but, like, physical attraction.
No, that's not shallow. It's like,
I just want to look at you. Like, I'm a very, like, visual person, and I feel like, yeah. It's
you
just,
only like dealing with fine individuals, so I see where you're going with that.
I've got a pretty okay track record. I'm not gonna lie. My exes, if they one thing, they attractive.
And I just feel like that's a part of, like, how you'll connect with them, like what will, like, turn you on and, like, make you excited. So I don't think it's shallow. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Another one that's really important to me is someone I can share my dreams and goals with that encourages me, inspires me, and, like, doesn't put negative thoughts into what I want to do. It's like, I remember dating somebody who I feel like every time I told them something I had going on or something I was excited about, they were just kind of like, oh, okay, or like, oh, that's what's up. But there was, like, a little hint of salt almost, like, not genuinely happy for me, almost like kind of being a hater in a sense. And so I just know moving forward, I could never deal with someone who doesn't show some sort of excitement when I'm showing excitement, because I feel like all I do is show love. So it's like, if you're excited about a new job or a project or whatever, like, I'm gonna be excited for you, with you. And it's like, now the person I'm dating, like, every time I tell them something that I'm excited about, they are genuinely excited for me, and I can see that and feel that. So it's just like, oh, that's nice.
I think once it's exactly that. Like, once you have experiences that, like, oh wow, this is how it's supposed to feel. This is what it's supposed to be like. Yeah,
because it got to a point where I was just like, yeah, when I had something exciting, it's like, I'm gonna call my mom. I'm not even gonna call the person I'm dating because they don't care.
That's awful.
That's awful. That's how the beginning of the end.
The beginning, the beginning of the end. I think that, like, we honestly touched on a lot of them.
Just be a good human.
Yeah.
Like, is it so hard to just be a good person?
No. Okay. It's really not. It's really not.
Let's get into our intentions.
That felt good. Like a good, like, okay. My intention is from our good sis, Mindful Fee. Felicia Latour, I think is her name, on Instagram. I'm obsessed with her. But she posted this, and I wanted to share it with y'all. And she just said, I stopped operating in the what if and started operating in the what is. So just intending to be present and cross each bridge as you get there. Have plans, but don't be so married to the outcome. Flow and let God do some magic. And I feel like that is so important. You know, I think we always get so tied up on, like, how our life is going to go, that we don't really leave room for God to just show up and, like, surprise us, you know?
Too busy trying to take
get
the wheel. And it's like, Jesus got the wheel.
Jesus got it. And I think when you can just trust, flow, and, like, see, like, not the what if. What if? The what if, so that can put you out. The what ifs can really put you out. And I think operating in the what is to be present.
Yeah. I told you about the
be
book I'm reading right
present.
now, and that's essentially what this first couple chapters was about. It's like being present, because like time is not even real. Time doesn't exist. It's something that we created.
Time is
So
none of this shit is real.
literally, being present is the only time that matters. So thinking about the past that already happened, there's nothing you can do. And thinking about the future, you haven't got there yet. So you're already putting all these thoughts and projections and energy when you need to be honing that energy into right now. What is right now? So
I love that.
hold on to it.
Hold on! I'm done. I'm fucking done.
My intention this week is ours always go together.
We always
So cute.
always go together.
Because we don't put these together like at the
No,
same time usually.
No, never. I don't even really read your intentions.
I set the intention of releasing resistance. I'm always trying to go against it or have control or and also staying open to like receiving. So, you know, I'm always like, I got it, don't worry about it. And it's like, no, let's stop resisting. What's for me, what's coming to me. If someone wants to do something for me, like I'm gonna allow others to show up for me, and just go with the flow of change or any uncomfortable spaces. Release resistance.
I love that so much. You almost think of like a resistance band, right?
Yes.
Of like, it's doing its job and it's uncomfortable and it's this and it's that. But when you can just let go of, you know, things being easy, like resistance doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad.
Right.
Struggle, adversity.
And sometimes I resist good things. Like if
Yeah.
someone's offering to show up for me or to help me in some way, like why do I always have to be like, oh no, it's okay, I got it.
It's like that's some
thank you.
self-sabotage shit. No,
Thank
dead ass, and it's a new concept for me. Like within the past 6 months, I would say, of like, wow, I really am the problem.
Acknowledging is the first step.
I think I might be the problem.
Yeah. So let's hold on to these intentions. Let's just go with the flow. Let's just stop trying to control everything. Freaking control freaks.
Control freaks.
Thanks for listening, guys. Come back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Do what you gonna do, but only say nice things.
Leave us, don't do that.
If you're gonna say something mean, then just
and
keep
also,
yourself.
like, leave us a review. And if you guys have any questions or like something that you're dying to ask Risky Intentions, leave those on our comment on our.
You can DM us,
or you can send us an email.
riskyintentions@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye.